All right, guys, joining me at this time is another guy who I've had on this show a couple times already. Here we go again. This time it's a little special, though. Last time we had Mr. Joe Hurst on here, he made a huge viral knockout, became the Tough Enough light heavyweight champion. Now he decides to put down that light heavyweight title, move off of the light heavyweight division, and he's going to be making his pro Rage in the Cage 77, Oklahoma City. He's going to be fighting at the welterweight division. You and I talked last time, Joe. You said 185. What made you make the change to 70?
Man, just smooth the transition. We just hit it with ease, and it's just like, man, keep going down, see where we can go. And 170 happened to be gold, so
You feel comfortable at that situation now?
Feel great, man. I feel crazy power, crazy. I feel light as a feather. Used to didn't have no hops. I feel like I got some hops now.
You talk about the power, man. You had such amazing power at light heavyweight. You were knocking out light heavyweights. Obviously, we talked about huge viral knockout to win the title. How was that power transitioning to 170 pounds?
And I haven't skipped a beat. I feel stronger. I think maybe it's just humbling because I'm smaller, but I mean I feel better. I feel like I know I control it a little better. Putting things together.
Now you got this fight on what, 6 weeks notice?
Oh no, we got
sorry.
3 week notice.
3 weeks notice, half the time.
Yeah.
Who's your opponent again?
Chris Vereen.
Chris Vereen. What do you know about him?
All I know is he's a jiu-jitsu cat, and he's 2-0. Really haven't fought anybody. I didn't know much about him before the fight.
But he's from Oklahoma, correct?
Yeah, he's city. He's from that city.
How do you feel about being, the visiting guy coming in to try to take over an entire crowd?
Love it, man. I love the pressure. I'm all about going in traps and taking over traps. So that's what I like to do.
It's like the old school style. You know what I mean? You go in, you take over the village, and you stake your claim.
Word, yeah. I'm pulling scalps, man. That's what I'm trying to do.
So Rage in the Cage, how did this whole process, did they reach out to you? Was it something that you guys went looking for?
My fight camp found the fight for me. My coach, he hit me up and was like, hey man, I got you a scrap. We've been going, we've been training. I think you're ready. Let's take it. And I was like, you say it's good, I say it's good. Let's go.
Now, was going pro this early right away, was this something that you guys had planned, or was it because of the pandemic and not being able to find a fight amateur-wise that you kind of just were jumped into the situation?
It was a mixture of all of it. The pandemic really, hitting right. We fought in February. I wanted to keep the steam rolling and take another fight and start working my way down down to 185. I was even going to attempt to go for the 185 strap to tough, but then, the pandemic hit. And then it was a matter of, here and there, possible fight cards, and then everybody got shut down. And then it was just a matter of, as things started to clear up, it's like, man, you got a viral knockout. Not many amateurs want to do that. Like, not many amateurs want to fight. I had a good record. I got a tough enough belt. A really big decorated amateur program. So,
plenty of their champions have gone on to the UFC.
Yeah, they're winning. Most of their champions are running the Dana White contenders right now. You know what I mean? They're going every Tuesday. It's a tough enough champ, it seems like. So, so we were eager to go ahead and start building that resume, man. This year proved to us that it's not going to slow down. So we're just gonna put our nose ahead and start walking through these pros.
Now, last time we talked, you were in Hobbs, correct, New Mexico?
Correct.
Now you have moved your camp to where?
We migrated to Lubbock. I'm now training out a different breed. It's a camp over there in West Texas, and that is a jungle. I'm fighting for my life every day over there.
And that's the thing too. Like, you could be in a gym, but if you're constantly the hammer, you're not really learning. You learn a lot more being the nail.
Word, for sure, and I am definitely the nail. Yeah. I got John Martinez over there. He's in the UFC, the Dragon. He's working over there. Derek Campos comes through there, and that, like I said, it's right there. It's like the gate. So everybody's coming through different breed all the time. All the time, there's people there.
How's Texas?
Texas is great, man. And I honestly, I love New Mexico. Don't get me wrong, but Texas is like, it's the opportunity is there. It's so much opportunity to grow. So that's the place I need to be.
Now, you went back to New Mexico for the holidays, right?
I'm in New Mexico now, running through the city and putting in the road work. So I just did my 5 miles today before I jumped on with you.
Just putting in that work anywhere you can.
Word, man. That's what it's about, man. It's really what's just great. You know, fight. You gotta train hard so you can fight easy. That's how I live that way, and it's been prosper. It's been prospering for me. So.
And that's the thing too. A lot of guys they're scared of the grind. To where you embrace the grind. You want that situation. You want that.
Embrace suck. Yes, sir. Yeah, you got
For
to.
you, man, was it a big transition going from New Mexico to Texas, or was it kind of just easy? It felt like
Man,
that's where you should be.
it was a struggle, man, because I have a daughter, I got a family, so living the lifestyle that you need to live to be on that high end or try to be on that high end of competitiveness, you got to make sacrifices and dedications, man. I'm driving before I made the transition for this fight camp to I'm not even gonna lie, I'm staying in the gym right now over there in Lubbock. I haven't gotten a place yet, but I work. I go to work at 5 a.m. I get off at 4. I train before work, after work. I drive back and forth. It takes me an hour and 46 minutes. Before that, I was driving from New Mexico to Lubbock every day to train. And then, we took this fight, and I was like, Coach, I got to be here so I can train more. And he say less. I'm standing in the gym.
That speaks to your dedication, man. I mean, a lot of people are scared to put themselves out there like that, to where you, like I said, you accept it.
Yeah, you got to make sacrifices, man. You got to make sacrifices. If you want greatness, you got to give it. You got to give a great deal to receive it. So.
And I'm sure at the end of the day, your daughter will completely understand when she's watching you UFC.
Word. Yeah, it's all for her, man. That's the whole goal, make sure little Audrey gets right. So.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. I got to watch everybody eat. I enjoyed it. Honestly, this is like I posted on my Facebook, man. This is my seventh or eighth Thanksgiving cutting weight. So like it's nothing. This is just another one. Yeah, it's just another one. I'll eat good after the win.
There you go. So if you could have a nice little Thanksgiving plate, what would have been on it?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I go hard.
I know you imagine that shit like 12 times.
Yeah, I was thinking about some oven macaroni, some candy yams. I like some cornbread, giblet gravy. I eat it all, man. I'm a fat boy at heart.
Hence the amateur debut at super heavyweight.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, let's just get in there. We'll work it out later. 254. I tipped the scales.
Damn, 254 in his amateur debut, about to walk on the scale at 170 pounds in his professional debut. I mean, the work's there, man.
The work's there, man. It is. Like I said, it's a game that continues to give. So, I'm gonna take as much as they'll give me.
What's your game plan going into this Saturday's matchup?
Man, I call myself the humble king, man, but I just see myself overwhelming him, man. I play this fight over my head, and it's so hard not to see me putting this guy down, putting him down hard. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go in there and I'm just gonna pick him apart. I've learned to have more of a awareness in the cage. You know what I mean? More of a calmness over me. Just hunting my prey and stalking it down. Learn to sit back and chill out, and it's funner, man. You get to really put your martial art to the test. So I enjoy it that way.
Yeah, you fight very unemotional. You have like the same like straight face on every time. You're just looking to kill somebody.
Yeah, word. That's because I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I'm just in there and I'm working. I go to work. As soon as when that cage closes, I go to work. What's happening at the end of that is what's happening at the end of it.
Well, it's the best too, because like you don't even give tells to your opponent. Like some people, like they'll wince when you get them good. You're like, oh, okay, I got you. You don't do that off.
Yeah, that's fuel in the tank. I like that. I eat off that shit.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, I could do that again.
Yeah, yeah. It makes I'm living, man. I tell people all the time, man. I train guys sometimes in the fundamentals, and I'll do the basics. And I tell them, getting punched in the face is good. Not meaning like take punches to your face, but it's good every once in a while to take one to the face to know that you're going to be alive after. You know what I mean? People fear that punch. You gotta. That's something you gotta drop. Once you drop that, you can go to work. Really see the breakdown of the fight.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
Exactly. And that's all this gym. Like just bragging on my gym again, bro. The moment I walk in there until the moment I leave, there's pressure. You know what I mean? We're a pressure team, and and I thought I got great. I go in there with the mindset, nobody in here is taking me down. Nobody in here is doing anything to me at all today. I'm running everything. And they always apply the pressure. So, you know what I mean? It's a good place, man. I'm really happy where I'm at.
What's a average day of training for you?
Well, right now being fight camp, average day is I'll get up, I'll cut my own miles. That's for my mental. You know what I mean? I like to wear myself down just because I like to be doing more than what my opponent's doing. So I don't know what he's doing, so I got to do the extra. So I'll get up
Exactly.
get up about 4:15. I'll eat my food from Food Matters, my meal replacements, and I'll hit my Juice Plus, and then I'll get on the treadmill, do 2.5. After that, we'll do maybe Muay Thai Dutch drills, 5 a.m. to about 6. Then I go to work. I work at a freaking. I always do some crazy work. I'm working at a freaking a bird feeding plant where I stack
No
50
shit.
pound bags, 50-pound bags of bird feed all
All
day
day.
long off a conveyor belt. So like I'm just like it's curls all day for me. And then I go to train. I get back to the gym at about 4 o'clock. I get off work. I'll change clothes and I'll head over to the lifestyle fitness center and where our wellness coach for our team puts me through strength and conditioning. And I mean, he puts me through the ropes. You know what I mean? He'll burn me up. I'll be burnt out. He'll send me off to practice. I'll practice from 7 to 9. Lately, it's just been Shark Tanks, man. You know, I don't know what it just depends on. It might be a Muay Thai Shark Tank, might be a MMA Shark Tank, it might be a wrestling Shark Tank. It's pressure, man. And if we're not pressuring, we're doing high paced cardio, we're doing Dutch drills. You know what I mean? We're staying active. I'm doing 3 and 4 mid sessions a day. You know what I mean? I'm doing rounds. You know, we're doing championship rounds. So I'm just, man, I'm really, and I feel honestly, this is a light camp. You know, we took this fight at short notice, so the future holds a lot. You know what I mean? So the future holds a lot for us. We're really
Is it safe
excited.
to say that all the pressure's on him? It's in his
No,
hometown. He's had all the time to prepare for you.
exactly, for sure. There's no pressure on me. He's just this is him living up to the plate. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just there, man. I'm there to do what I'm gonna do.
If you could say something to your opponent, what would it be?
Man, honestly, put your chin down, buddy. That's the best advice I can give you. You know, yeah. I hope he brings a good fight to me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take him lightly at all. And I look to be able to tell where I stand at. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, make sure that I'm where I believe I'm at. But the work shows itself, so I don't really have to say much.
And then obviously, would a quick turnaround be something that you'd be interested in if you do go in
Oh
there on Saturday, get it done? Let's just
yeah,
get this pro career rolling.
for sure, man. I got big dreams, and they're not gonna happen overnight. So it's time to put in the footwork. You know, so if I can catch a fight fast, I'll catch a fight fast.
Do you have a timeline on when you'd like to reach some of these dreams?
Oh yeah, I've already said it, man. Dana gonna have to call me by the end of 2021. Dana gonna have to be on my phone. I'm gonna be waiting, for Dana.
Get that phone ready, Mr. Dana White.
Yeah, for sure. He gonna have to call me.
Now, would you be interested in like a contender series? Would you be interested
Word,
in a
word, man.
situation like
If I
an
got on Dana,
85 fight?
yes, I show out. I would show out, man. I would take it. Do I feel like I'm ready right now? Me personally, I would want to have a good camp, good preparation. You know, take a couple more professional fights. Yes, for sure. I'm not. I know I'm not the. You know, I'm not the. I'm in the drawer. I'm not the sharpest knife in there, but I'm in the drawer for sure. You
Yeah,
know what I
you see
mean? So,
guys going on Dana White's contender series 6-0,
yeah,
and
yeah.
one.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I sit here at my house mad, shaking my head watching Dana. I'll be like, man, some of these cats on here, I would dog out. You know what I mean? I just see them. I
Mhm.
just got too much grind for them.
What do
So
you feel is your biggest attribute in the cage? Just your pressure?
my biggest attribute,
Yes.
I would say my mental fortitude. It literally it eats everybody up. I mean, like I could tell. I normally could tell if the fights. I could tell when the fight's over with at the weigh-in every time, just by looking them in the eyes, man. So I think that I spent time in the military. You know, I'm from Detroit. You know, I came off the rough street, man. You know what I mean? So me seeing I catch vibes quick. You know, and I don't know. I guess my spiritual being is so powerful. It's easy to sniff out who I'm gonna take out.
So you grew up in Detroit, spent some time in the military. How'd you get to New Mexico
Man, I call myself a nomad, man. You know, what I mean, I was originally
Yeah.
from Detroit. I spent a lot of my childhood in South Carolina. I joined the military, which took me to Fort Polk, Louisiana, and then I just kind of like spread all through that little area right there. And when I got out of the military, I was married at the time, which I'm divorced from my ex-wife, and I had ended up here in Hobbs where I was at, and I was working as a oil field in the oil field as a mud engineer, and I just saw on Facebook, some local MMA fights, and like everybody was all excited about seeing them and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I like gold too much, man. Let me just try this. You know what I mean? I was too used to winning all throughout high school, stuff like that. Man, I was just like, I like being the best, so I just freaking went and did it.
And the thing too with wrestling, I mean, you could realistically walk in there and just out wrestle your first couple opponents.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, that's what got me to Vegas. I wrestled my way to Vegas. They just saw I was hitting big blast doubles on dudes. You know what I mean? They were like, what the hell? We gotta get this guy out here. You know what I mean? I've taken down everybody I've been in the cage with. I've taken them down.
Is it convenient to have that in your back pocket, kind of like a security blanket, like to know I could always take this fight to the ground?
For sure. And you know what I mean? That's like a safety for me. That's my handbrake. Anytime I got pressure, I give you pressure. You know what I mean? You're standing up, you're focused, you're not. And my thing is that I've came so comfortable with the balance of wrestling that, like, it's hard to tell if my hips are high or not. Like, you know what I mean? You're gambling, especially if you try to wrestle. If you try to wrestle, now you played the wrong game.
Don't try to wrestle him, but you don't really want to stand with him. Goddamn, some way you're getting hurt.
Yeah, it's all around, man. We just want to be well-rounded fighters, man. That's the goal, is to be a well-rounded fighter.
It seems like that. It seems like you've really embraced the whole mixed martial arts culture. You haven't just, a lot of guys will get to these pro ranks and just be strikers, or a lot of guys will just be grapplers. You really try to hone all your crafts and be the best mixed martial artist.
Sure, man. I spend the most time on my worst aspects. Me personally, my hands are the worst I have. My hands and my jiu-jitsu are the two things that I spend a lot of my time on. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of time striking, and I spend a lot of time in the gi, which most people would think, being a wrestler, I would hate jiu-jitsu, but I actually love it.
Does your hand say bang?
Oh yeah, man. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's not even, honestly. I had to get it because I'm gonna tell you the story behind it. I used to be a bouncer, bro. I've been a bouncer for a long time. It's like always been a side job I've done, but I've always been the bouncer to talk people out of it. I never had to start to fight you or hit you to get you out of the bar. You ask anybody. I've worked at plenty of bars in big places, man. They'll tell you I've always talked people out. But there's always those few people that like to freaking try to fight me anyway, and I'll just slip them and hit them with my right. I'm left-handed. I'll hit them with the right hand, and they all go to sleep. Everybody's been asleep by the right hand, so they were like, bro, you got to put bang on it. Everybody you hit with the hands gone to sleep. So I freaking ended up putting bang on the hand.
Bang, there we go. I like that. Anything on the left hand?
Nah, man, it's blank. I'm saving it. I don't know what it is yet. It might be my
bang and a pow.
Word, yeah. I have to get the pow on the other hand.
Hell yeah, man. What other tattoos do you have?
Bro, I have all kind of tattoos, man. Most of my tattoos are really just Masonic tattoos, man. I'm a Prince Hall Freemason, so they all got some kind of subliminal meaning to them, man. It's just got a little bit of everything everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's freaking
tatted up.
Yeah, man. Just try to, I like to wear my heart on my sleeve, so pretty much the ink goes the same way.
Excellent, man. I'm excited for this next step of yours. I feel like it's the right path for you. 170 pounds, I think, is a great weight class for you. Like, the fact that you can make it is just another feather in your cap to know that you could grind it out if you have to.
Word, for sure, man. For sure. I'm just and the experience is going to be good, and just the overall, I am going up against a game opponent, so it's going to be good to be able to test my water, see how healthy and how dominant I really am at 170. So it's really hard to kind of go the way I go in the cage in practice. You know what I mean? So like that 110% can't really do that at practice. I'm not trying to be fucking around and dropping my teammates and stuff. So
no, for sure. You got to be a good teammate.
For sure. And iron sharpens iron, man. And just the technique and the fortitude and stuff is really what I go for.
Now, you're 4-1 in your amateur career. Now that we're putting into that book, 5-1. Now that we're putting it into that book, what was the biggest takeaway from it?
The biggest lesson I learned from my amateur career would be to treat every fight, not even every fight, to treat my fight career as a business. And my amateur career did not thrive when I wasn't putting in the work. When I was half-assed putting in the work and I was half-assed doing shit, I was getting half-ass results. You know what I mean? And I was. Like my one loss on my record, I went up against the number one contender Billy Eliconda at 205, first fight ever out in Vegas. Took it fucking 18 days notice, cut 34 pounds. You know what I mean? And right there, that was a point where I mentally knew I could get in there and be fine with Billy. But my body for one, I was young. It was young. It was stupid, and I looked unprepared. It looked bad all the way around, and it was because I trained bad, I performed bad, and I showed up unprepared. So that was my biggest take, and I live by that now. I'm gonna outwork every opponent. My camps are gonna be fucking harder. Like, you know what I mean? I'm good. I don't care if I take the fight 2 weeks out. I'll train 5 times a day to make up for it, but I will put the time in to make sure that I'm prepared for the fight. Yeah. Like, I won't have the excuse that my cardio or my training was the reason why I lost the fight.
You train hard, you fight easy.
Right. Train hard and fight easy.
Well, brother, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're super busy. You're with your family and all. One last thing. Before I let you go, though, I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout-out to your sponsors, teammates, loved ones, anyone that's really helped you along your MMA journey.
Word, for sure, man. Big shout-out to a different breed over there in Lubbock. John Martinez, the Dragon, Coach Danny Perez. We're going to give shout-out to New Mexico. Shout out to all my sponsors. We got Banner Enterprise, Telecommunication Services, Food Matters, LLC. You got R&M Trucking Services. Don't forget Easy Kill Entertainment. You got Light 'em Up over there in South Carolina. And don't forget the most important thing, man, about Team Hurst. Believe the hype. We're about to run some shit, so make sure you keep checking us out.
You got any like fighter merch out that people can look up and get?
Word. If you check me out at BJ Hurst 3 on any social media, it'll take you to my page. Once you've gotten to my page, all you gotta do is look into the link, and it'll show you how to purchase shirts. Or even if you have to, just get in contact with me. And I have multiple people run my social media page. We'll get it taken care of.
Now, what is the social media handles again?
It's BJ Hurst 3. Hashtag Team Hurst anything. Believe the hype. Big Apes, that's about to be my thing. I'm taking that over. You know what I mean? We're going to try to bring the jungle to the cage.
There you guys have it. Rage in the Cage 77. Big Joe Hurst making that pro debut, man. I can't wait to watch this fight, and I can't wait to see you continue on your pro debut.
Word, man. Appreciate you having me. It's always great.
No, of course, man. We'll have you on after this fight, and we'll keep this train rolling.
No doubt. I appreciate you.
Before I let you go real quick, though, I don't know why it just popped in my head, man. Tyson versus Jones. Who you got?
Oh,
nice to fight, bro.
I hate the rules, man. Mike, and I remember.
Listen, he had one punch power his entire life. He's gonna have it until the day he dies. How are you supposed to stop that man from punching him?
Okay, so the only thing I can think of is that Mike's just gonna be going to the body a lot. You know what I mean? And if Roy drops, if he's gonna drop off the body, I mean that's just what happens. Mike's a dog, man. He's a foundation of my style, man. So I want Mike to kill him.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for that one tonight. My son was like, wait, Mike Tyson's fighting? Like, for real? I'm like, yes, bro, he's fighting. This isn't like we're not watching fights from 1996. Like, Tyson's throwing down.
They're going to have to stop the fight. I already know. They're going to be like, whoa. No, this has got to stop. This has got to stop.
Well, you guys are not. It's a spar. A damn spar, bro.
Yeah, especially the shit Mike been talking. Mike going in there to hurt somebody.
Hell yeah, you know that for sure.
Well,
man, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. I can't wait to watch this fight. Like I said, Rage in the Cage. Watch it this Saturday, guys. Do not miss this fight.
Fight TV. You can stream it live pay-per-view on Fight TV, guys. Check it out.
Damn, you see that we're so good at this? He took the question right out of my mouth.
Yeah, weird.
Brother, I will see you after this, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too.